Crystal, it's been a couple of weeks since we last had a chance to do this, and some things have changed since that time.
Yeah.
We were talking about that if we could play well, we'd have a chance to move into first place, and lo and behold, that's happened. So
Yeah.
bring us up to date on the last couple of weeks with Puget Sound and with Pacific.
Yeah, so going into Pacific, we knew that that would be a big matchup just because we seemed to stumble and fumble all over ourselves last year when we faced them 6 times. And so it was big for us to come back this year, a little bit of redemption. And so to be able to take 3 out of 4 from them was big because they're a good team. And so that kind of set the tone. And then we went into Eastern Oregon non-conference and just wanted to kind of do business and make sure we stayed in a rhythm over spring break, and did really, really well. Split with them last year, beat them convincingly twice, and then went into Puget Sound and knew that we needed to just kind of take care of business and execute and kind of almost use it as a preparation for the 2 big weekends that we have coming up. And so that's really how the team approached it, and they did a good job.
Talk about the emergence of Michaela as a pitcher in this conference and as a dominant pitcher in this conference.
Yeah, so last year, you know, we had Maddie and Michaela both coming in, and we knew the potential of both of them. And Michaela, unfortunately, had a blow at the beginning of regular season where she injured her knee. And so she spent the whole season kind of just trying to play catch up, unfortunately, her freshman year, not fully ever being 100%. And she came back this year and is just showing what she's actually capable of. And she's given us the opportunity to compete for a conference championship, as we now don't have one ace, as most teams have a clear-cut ace and then a kind of a second pitcher that they use in a second game and whatnot. We have 2 pitchers that are right there with one another. And so essentially we're being able to throw an ace every game.
This weekend obviously is big. Whitworth and George Fox both tied for first place.
Yeah.
How do you balance that? It's a big weekend, but it's not the only weekend, and you can't put all your eggs in one basket.
Yeah, and I think that we, too, just we're taking comfort in knowing that, you know, we did well against that team last year. We're even improved this year. A lot of the girls that were on the field last year were freshmen and young players, and they're playing with so much more confidence. George Fox is a similar team as us. They have a lot of returners that are underclassmen as well that are also playing with a lot of confidence. But I think going into it, we know that when it comes right down to it, in order to be the best team, you have to beat the best teams. And so it's fun. This is why you play. And it's actually kind of a neat thing that we're going in matched up, and people are going to be looking at whoever comes out on top of this is kind of the team to beat right now. But there's still 8 more games after this series that are super important. And so kind of like you said, we can't just say it comes down to these 4. This is not just the conference championship here. We have to make sure that we do well this weekend, and then we do well for 8 more games after that.